day number 2 of the vlogs, and we are waking up with some good news. So we have just booked our flight to Southeast Asia for when we go travelling next year. So we had a bit of a flight scare, to be honest, because initially we went to look at the flights and they were nice and cheap, about £275. But we were like, oh, we need to buy the travel insurance before we book the flights. So we bought the travel insurance, went back to go and buy the flights, and then they had gone up by £300. This was like last week, and that was £300 each. So it would have been an expensive flight, unfortunately, with Shenzhen Airlines. So we said that we'd wait until the following week because for some reason I find that on Monday and Tuesday the flights are at their cheapest. So I said, oh, we'll wait until Monday, Tuesday and see what happens. So we set notifications on Google Flights, and it told us this morning that the flight had gone down by £300. So we went back onto the site and they were only £330 rather than like £600 each. So we were like, right, we're going to book this right now. So we have just put all our details in, booked the flights, and we have now got our flights booked for next year to travel to Singapore. So it's got a stop off in Shenzhen, which is quite cool because that wasn't on our list of places to go to. So we're going to stop off in Shenzhen, got a layover there of about 20 hours. So over that time, you get a free hotel. So they pay for a hotel for you to stay in, and then you get to explore a little bit of Shenzhen before you then get the next flight to Singapore. So that's pretty cool. We get to see an extra place. But this is the first vlog where I'm actually working, so I'm not sure how interesting this is going to be, but we'll have to see whether I can get some things done during the day, and hopefully that'll make it a little bit more interesting, these vlogs. But I'm actually off to Derby later because I'm currently on secondment with the job that I do. I'm a water civil engineer, and I'll explain a little bit about that later on, what I do and what my job entails. But because I'm on secondment at the moment, I do go up to Derby every so often to do a little bit of work up there. But my usual work routine is I get up about 8 or half 8, hop in the shower, do my teeth, and then I'll go into the office room, which you'll see a little bit later on, and I can maybe show you my setup for when I'm recording Rocket League and videos like that. Showered and ready to work. So Beth and I both work side by side in the office, which is like opposite our bedroom, which is quite nice when we work from home because we literally get out of bed, shower, and then walk into the next room and we can start work. So we can have a bit more of a line than on the days when we need to go into the office. So I'll give you a quick show of the office room. So this is my setup. This is also where I record the stream, so you may recognize part of this. So I've obviously got my main monitor there, got the ring light at the top, which I turn on when I'm actually recording, and there's the camera up on the top there too. I also got this from YouTube, which is like a Lego YouTube play button. And then, because I'm an Aston Villa fan and a member, I also got that sent to me when I joined. Second monitor, that's usually got all the other stuff on it, like the chat. It's got, do you know when we're playing marbles and stuff, it's got all the Steambot on there too, and also OBS. Then I've also got my main laptop, which is here. Got a little external hard drive here too, so all the recordings and stuff usually go on that before I actually edit it. Then I have got my work laptop, which is here today, so that all comes onto this desk too. So if I finish work and then go on to recording, that's what happens. My breakfast, I usually have either just a banana on its own or I have some cereal, and then I usually have the blackcurrant squash too, and then on stream days I sometimes have a Coke Zero as well. But I'm going to start work now and I'll give you a little bit of an insight into what I do. So I've been working most of the day, obviously couldn't record that really, and it's pretty boring, so you won't want to see me sat at a desk just answering a couple of calls and doing some design work. I'll talk to you about what I do in just a moment. Usually for lunch what I have is like a bagel with some ham and cheese and these like steak pieces, which are actually vegan, but they're actually quite nice. And then I also add some lettuce and some nice sauce and stuff. But because yesterday we weren't able to go for a food shop, I am actually going to have for today something that I actually haven't had in a while, but I used to get them quite a lot. And there's these lentil multigrain things, which are like high in protein. It's like barbecue lentils. So I'm going to have some of those again today, only so that Beth can then have the bagels. So all I need to do really is put this in the microwave for 2 minutes and then it's done. I try not to eat too much as well on the days where I go up to Derby, because then I'm going to have probably a good meal. You get a £35 allowance with work for the meal once I get to Derby Hotel, which I'll show you what I eat. I'll show you the room as well, which I stay in and stuff like that. But then at the same time, I am trying to lose a little bit of weight before Christmas, so then I can put it back on over Christmas. So that's why I'm trying to eat not too much. So the meal might not be that exciting later on, but it'll be still tasty. Right, so we've had our lunch, scoffed that down. It's getting a bit stressful now because I've got to basically catch a train at 15:35 and it is now almost 1500, so we're trying to get an Uber to the station. We've got to pray that there's no traffic, but before we go, we got to open our chocolate calendar, so find out where number 2 is, and we'll see if it's as good as yesterday's chocolate reindeer, which I don't think it will be. I think this will just be one of the standard chocolates, but we'll see. Oh, it's a cool little square milk chocolate by the looks of it, if I can get it out of the box. God, it's stuck in the box. There we go, got it out. Quite a cool little square chocolate there. If it'll focus, there we go. But actually, it says on the back that you get a milk. Oh, there we go. So we get 1 milk chocolate reindeer, 1 chocolate Santa. So I'm guessing that's on the 24th. You get 7 of these milk chocolate ones. You get 6 milk chocolate snowdrops. So hopefully that'll have a little bit of white chocolate in it because they are milk snowdrops, but maybe it's just the packaging, I don't know. And then you get 9 of the Lindor mini truffles. So this one should be quite nice. The milk chocolate Napoleon block. Let's give it a taste. Can't beat a bit of Lindt chocolate. So I've just arrived in Derby and I've noticed this mini clip building every time I arrive at Derby Station. Now I don't know if anyone remembers playing mini clip as a kid, but that was a great game. I can't really remember what the game was called though that I used to play loads. It was like a cable car and you had to stay on the cable car and you could get hit by loads of different obstacles and you'd lose lives. I think you could play it multiplayer too. It was such a good game. But we're now just about to arrive at the hotel. It's just over there in purple, the B&B Hotel Derby. And we have arrived in room 418 of the Hotel B&B. Quite nice rooms, these ones. This is why I stay here quite a lot. There are a couple of different hotel rooms which we do go to, but I quite like this one. So it's got the shower, the toilet there, little sink too. Most disappointing bit actually is that there's no biscuits with the coffee. I always like it when there's biscuits with the coffee and I just eat those because I don't actually like coffee. But there's the bedroom. Got the double bed, nice queen size bed I believe. Got some weird photos there on the wall. TV in front. Don't usually get to watch much TV or do anything else to be honest because I get here quite late. And then can't really see the views because it's so dark right now and you can just see my reflection to be honest. So I've arrived in Derby, only here for the one night and then heading back down to Bristol tomorrow. So while I'm unpacking, I thought I'd tell you a little bit about what I do with my day-to-day job. So I'm actually a water asset design civil engineer, which basically means that I design pipe work, anything with water really. So pipe work, reservoirs, dams, sewage treatment works, sustainable urban drainage systems, a lot of that sort of stuff going on now. So a lot of design work is what I do. And so at the moment, I'm doing a lot of separation, which is basically separating the foul water flow and the clean water flow because they all go into the same pipe because years and years ago, they were all built along the same system, whereas now that's an issue because of all the flooding. So too much water is getting into the foul water system, so we're having to separate it from combined to storm and foul. By doing that, then all the water companies don't need to look after all the storm water and instead only have to look after the foul water, whilst all of the councils need to look after the storm water. So if there's any flooding, then that's usually more the council's fault rather than the water company's fault. So that is just a quick summary of what I do. If you do want to know a little bit more, let me know down in the comments section below and I'll answer any questions on the engineering which I do. I basically went to Nottingham University to study, well, Uni of Nottingham, to study civil engineering. I ended up getting a master's in civil engineering too, a first class, so I was very happy with that and I graduated there, and then I moved straight to the company which I'm working at the moment. But one good thing about doing this comment and all this travelling is that I get tea made for me downstairs now, so I get a £35 allowance for a meal. Not too sure what I'm going to get today because I'm trying to be good, trying to lose a little bit of weight, so I'll probably go for the pasta dish, whereas sometimes I go for a burger or pizza or something that's a bit more highly calorific but a lot more delicious. So let's get down there and grab some food and a drink. So I'm back now from downstairs, just had some food in the restaurants, really nice and modern restaurants, like a pool table, really nice bar, and then sort of lovely seating area as well for food. Sometimes the breakfast isn't great, so we'll have to see what it's like tomorrow. The food though, I did have the Hunter's barbecue chicken wrap, which was actually on special, and it came with some chips too, and I felt it wasn't too unhealthy, but it also wasn't really healthy, so it was a nice little bit in the middle, and anything that's got barbecue with it is incredible, so I actually did really enjoy that. It tasted amazing. And then as usual on every evening I give Beth a call, especially if I'm away here. I'll give Beth a call and we'll watch a bit of I'm a Celebrity, Get Me Out of Here, and we'll make sure to predict who is going out second and see whether we can get it or not. So I've just been on FaceTime to Beth for pretty much most of the evening now, but instead of watching I'm a Celebrity, Get Me Out of Here, we actually had a look at some hotels for Singapore, and we've managed to book one too, which is the Ibis Budget Singapore Crystal, which actually looks really nice. So hopefully it should be all right. Bear in mind, we are on a budget, so we want to make sure that we're spending less than £95 a day per person, and also the hotel is therefore only £26 a day per person, which is pretty good. So we're saving a lot there for activities, food and drink. But also, if you have ever been to Singapore, do let me know of any recommendations in the comments below, or anywhere that you want to see on the vlog so that we can go and visit, and we'll try and include it in our vlogs. And if you have enjoyed this one, do make sure to hit that like button and subscribe if you are new, and Vlogmas Day 3 will be out tomorrow. So I hope you all enjoyed, and I'll see you all in the next one.